Can you hear me now? Man, oh man. 5 by 5. Can you hear me now? Now you probably can. I'm going to see 5 by 5. Hi, Arwa. PK Ninja. Heard Ferguson. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, now you can hear me. Good to see you, Broom. Hello, everybody. Man, I'm sorry. I've had just a lousy day. That's what this was all about, Mr. Wolf. Hello. That's what the part that you missed. Jeez Louise. It says using capsaicin. You know why I'm using capsaicin? So I don't use something else. I've just had that kind of day that every single thing was like, just had that kind of day. So I'm going to get an endorphin rush right now. I'm going to do a couple drops of this. My tolerance is crazy low, and this is 10 or 11 million Scoville heat units. What do you say, Katy Perry? You're a good girl. Hey, so she's frisky. Hopefully she's going to fall asleep. She's chewing on my arm. There we go. She's tragically adorable. It's ridiculous. All right, so this is from Tom Broom. Hello, Estelle Pretoria. It's good to see you. Jobu, hello there. Just Joan, Toby Reveille, good to see you. Max Power. Lego and Broom, we'll get to that in just a minute. If you have questions, please throw some cues in front of it. There we go. If that doesn't do it, I'll do more. Wow. So I want to get right into the Keith, good to see you. Fowler, nice to see you. I'm gonna get while the heat's building. I'm gonna get right into the email. I wanted to upload this so I could flash it on the screen, but I didn't do it. Another one of those things that was frustrating me today, but it ties in perfectly with the thumbnail. I'm just using capsaicin today. Lisa Trimble, good to see you. Blocky. Tommy Warner, good to see you. All right, so this is what it says. Dear Johnny, you say you're sober. We watch you drink alcohol and watch you get high on peppers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the tincture you drink is alcohol-based, right? How is that sober? I say you're a fraud. What say you? And he signs it. Hi, Angel. He signs it. Not really a fan. Is that hot? Hi there. All right. First of all, I never drink tincture. If you think you can drink tincture, I just took 2 drops. All right. So first of all, I don't drink tincture. Do you know how much tincture you'd have to? First of all, you could never drink enough tincture to get an alcohol buzz from it. You'd die for it. You wouldn't die, but it would be so hot. It's not. Anyway, I'm absolutely sober. When you see me get high on peppers, correct me if I'm wrong. No, you do see that. The pepper part. The tincture you drink, the 2 drops, yeah, it's alcohol-based. How is that sober? It is. Buy my book when it comes. We'll be releasing it soon, but buy the book. You'll see it's sober. I say you're a fraud. What say you? First of all, the what say you, I've never been a fan of that expression. I hate it. So what say you? I say get a better expression. But I am sober. I'm proud of it. And the reason I titled it what it is I use capsaicin, so I don't use something else. Capsaicin is a wonderful aid in helping people get sober. So there. My ears are burning. I feel great right now. So there. Just me being me. Good to see you. Gamer Jackie, hello there. Lisa Trimble's here. What say you? I just can't stand the what say you thing. It's like, what say you? Exactly, Toby. If somebody has a problem, I didn't start this channel to get subscribers, friends here. So if you have a problem, you can undo it. Wow, my ears are burning. This is going to be great. All right, so a couple things. I have a whole bunch of things. We'll do some question and answer. Thank you, Bob Shenton. More, if you have questions or comments, throw capital Q's in there and I'll get to it. Makes me sound like a pirate. Arr! Thank you, Gamer Jackie. Winchester Super X. Burning, but no look. I think 2 more drops. No, I'm fine right now. My ears are on fire. That he drives around alone in a car with his mask on. I'm going to get to your question in just a minute, Dan. Thanks for being here. Again, if you have questions, throw some cues in front of it, and I'll get to it. But I'm going to have a very, very big announcement later this week. So you're going to want to pay attention. I'm not doing it today. I'm just letting everybody know. Josh Adler, good to see you. I'm just letting you all know that later this week, big announcement. Everybody, if you don't mind, please, let's all hit the like button here. Let's pull a fast one on the old YouTube algorithm. Everybody hits the like, leaves a comment really fast. They go, holy mackerel, what's going on over in Scoville's place? We push it out, more people will see this. All right, so a couple things before I get into the questions. I have a couple tolerance questions that people asked, and I want to get to them right now. I can't see anything that you're putting on there with cues, so hang on just for a second, or just be prepared to put it through again. Here we go. Diddy Boy 7121 says, hey, huge fan of your work. Question. I have a bunch of reapers and scorpions I dehydrated for winter storage. But I want to continue building tolerance. So I was wondering if you munch down dehydrated peppers. I watched a video of yours once. It sounded like you were crunching dehydrated peppers. Are they just as good? Are they hotter? Are they hard to swallow? I have frozen ones too, but they got all soft and mushy. When I thaw them, I can't eat them that way. You ever munch them still frozen? Diddy Boy, good question. All right, so I have eaten dehydrated. Jaden, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I have eaten dehydrated. They're not my favorite. Here's the thing. You don't lose flavor. You don't lose heat. It just becomes a challenge to chew up. It's like dried and dehydrated. It's like swallowing hot. It's not fun to swallow. They're not fun to eat. Now, but it does not change the heat at all. If you freeze them, it does not change the flavor. It does not change the heat. However, like you said, if you freeze them, they become mush balls, and they're not much fun to eat. Good for cooking, though. So that's kind of, let me see if there's anything else to that question that I missed. Oh, still frozen. I have munched them still frozen. It's kind of interesting. I mean, it's interesting to do. It's, if you do them and pull it right out of the freezer and kind of chew it up, and it's almost like an ice pop. It's not quite as bad as if you thaw it out and just slide it into your mouth. It's like a slug. Kind of rough that way. All right, so let me get to some of these. I feel great. My ears are on fire, though. Okay, Bob Shenton, what are your thoughts on Fiery Fool? I don't recall a review of it. That is a Hellfire hot sauce. It's a great sauce. I'm pretty sure I did it. I'll have to check. I'm pretty sure I reviewed it. It's a great sauce. Hellfire is just a great hot sauce company. They're a chili head company, and meaning, if they say, hey, listen, this is a hot sauce, trust and believe it's hot. Look at my eyes are actually watering. That was a doozy. Somebody asked, are we still doing the Lego Wolf? Now Lego Broom. Now we're doing Lego Broom Ethan. We're doing the Lego Broom Ethan. That's going to be fun. Lego has taken a month off, almost 2 at this point, from eating hot stuff. So he's going to eat the same tincture that I just did. And I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to watch. So please don't miss that. We'll announce it. It's coming up soon. We're just ironing down a day. Okay. Am I still a part of Blazing Foods? Yeah. Here's the thing. I never actually worked. It's an interesting thing. I never worked for Blazing Foods. He's a very good friend of mine and was a partner with me in my hot sauce venture. So we had an office we shared. I helped him with the development of a lot of his products, created a bunch of his products. 6-Up Balls was my idea. So there's a number of things. I think the couple other ones are my idea, but I still work with him. We're still friends. I'm getting ready pretty soon to make a trip where I'll be going to Fort Mill for a little bit and then on to Erie for a while. So that's coming up soon. So yeah, we're still friends and still partners in crime, so to speak. Max Power says, I crush my dehydrated peppers into a dust. Great to sprinkle on anything you like. You know what? It's a great thing to do. Dehydrated. I prefer flake versus a powder. So if you just sort of crunch it up, you get texture and heat and flavor. Where if you make a powder, you just get the flavor, you lose the texture. Also, it's really easy. It's harder to meter how much you're getting. If it's a fine powder, it's a little bit more difficult to know if you got the right amount. Nicholas Clemens says, haters love to hate. Just keep being you. You are why we are all here on this journey together. Listen, I'm not sure I'm the reason we're all here, but I'm glad you're here with me. Thank you for saying that, Nicholas. It's kind of you. Trimble says, I've been adding sriracha to some of my food. I eat egg salad and dip for cold chicken. Does that help with tolerance? You betcha. I feel it changed mine a bit. You bet it will. Yeah, there's no way. As long as you're eating it, it's going to drive your tolerance up. Wow. I didn't realize that. You should see how she's lying. She has her paws on the. She's so cute. It's my cat. Oh, here we go. This is great. We're going to get a good cat in the basket shot at the end. You're a sweetheart. All right. Jaden Tabor agrees with me. Hellfire is an amazing company. About half through my Double Doomed rebooted. Do you realize that is like the most ridiculous sauce? Only sauce I've ever had that gave me hiccups. CK Ninja, I heard you mention before how capsaicin helps with sobriety. Just wondering if you can go into more detail on that. Absolutely. Pretty new to the spicy world. I do suffer from alcoholism, to be honest. You're among friends. You're safe, Ninja. So very simply, I'm going to show you a quick slide picture. I put it up all the time. I leave it here because it's handy, and I talk about it very frequently. Here you go. You ready? Eating spicy food, Ninja. What it does is it causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin, which makes you better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. Now, those are triggers. When you're trying to quit something, those are triggers. So if there's something you can do to kind of tamp those down, and it's going to help you. So, and you don't need to be doing what I do to benefit from it. You don't need to be doing 10 million Scoville tincture to be getting the benefit of it. If you just get a jalapeno and eat the whole thing, just take a sliver of it and start eating it. You don't have to be killing yourself for the serotonin levels to be raised. And the second that happens, it's going to help you. And the reason that there are so many people, so many people in the chili community that are recovering from something, one thing or another. Listen, Ninja, every Saturday and Sunday right here, we do the Capsaicin connection because there's a connection with capsaicin and sobriety. Please join us there. It's fun. It's a good time. And you see a lot of people that have had real life benefits from eating peppers. Lego, my ears were burning. I knew he was talking about me. Yeah, we were. You're in for it, dude. Chili Phil says that Spicy Jen says she wants to try Hellfire Blueberry. I think for right now, it might be a tad too hot for her. Put it on ice cream. It'll help. She'll be okay, I think. See, here's the thing. If you put it on ice cream, the dairy offsets a lot of the heat. So you get the flavor. You get a little bit of the heat. It's not like the same heat as if you were putting it on a taco or something. Herja, what is your favorite hot sauce you can get in a grocery store? When it's available, Tabasco Family Reserve. It's my favorite sauce. Favorite sauce by Tabasco for sure. You don't see it too often. Right? Every time I see it, I buy as many bottles of it as they have. It's not like the regular Tabasco. It's spectacular. Other than that, that's it. That's the one I like. I like Tabasco green, any Tabasco, but that's my favorite. Fowler says favorite pepper flakes for flakes if there is one. I like chocolate flakes. You get a bunch of chocolate peppers and kind of blend them all together. Makes for a great flake. Don Tidwell, good to see you. Can a super hot pepper be created without any heat? Wouldn't be a super hot pepper. Yes, I know somebody who has. Are you ready for this? I know somebody who's created a heatless. Well, there's a habanada. Okay, good example. Habanada. That's a habanero with no heat, so nada. All right, and it looks like a habanero, tastes like a habanero, not a heat, a habanada. So they can. And here's the weird thing. There's probably a market for it because if the flavor is really there, there's a lot of people who might really love the flavor of, 7-Pot Primo, but is, heat prohibitive for a lot of folks to try it. Where if you had a heatless one, you'd be giving people a chance to try it that normally wouldn't be able to. So there's probably a market for it. Wouldn't really appeal to me. I like the burn. It's kind of why I do it. So, but good question. Josh says, When you've had a tough day, you got to put some favorite tunes. Yeah, put on some favorite tunes. Going to see Jerry Cantrell. Wow, good for you. That's sick. Oh, I like Alice in Chains. Cantrell's a freak. No joke. He's a monster. You're in for a treat. Give me 1 second, people. What's this? I'll be back in just a second. Didn't even startle the cat. Still sleeping like a baby. I've never seen them. I've never seen either any of his solo work. I'd love to see Cantrell. He's a savage. Free Palestine and copy my pick. Cute cat. Thank you. I have a very, very cute cat. I'm a Israel fan. It is what it is. I had the worst cat. Oh no, Uncle Bull had the worst cat cramps ever last night. The ambulance would have been called if I didn't know any better. Really, no challenge. Just made my dinner way too hot. What'd you make it too hot with? Curious, because Uncle Bull has a. You're another one of those guys who says, "Well, I don't have a tolerance." Whatever, dude. You have a very high tolerance. Monica Kirkpatrick, I'm glad you're okay. Be careful with chilies around the cats, of course. Of course. Never burned any of the cats ever so far. We've been around them a lot, but thank you for your concern. I know how did it go? How did it end? It was bad. How did it resolve itself? How long were you suffering for? Oh no, my doctor said I need to avoid spicy food for my acid reflux. Can I tell you something? Please do me a favor. Man, if somebody with a wrench can find it, I don't know if you're able to. If you go to in the playlist to Pepperology, I did a video talking about the health benefits. And in that video, okay, I said, if you're somebody who's benefited, all right, from capsaicin with health benefits with your stomach, let me know, because it's proven to lower stomach acid. It doesn't cause ulcers. You read the comments. There are people that had bleeding ulcers, that had irritable bowel syndrome, that eat hot stuff right now with no problems and feel better. It does not cause ulcers. It does not cause any of those things. It'll help them, honest to goodness. But go read the comments. Doctors will also tell you that seeds are hot, so you got to be careful. Listening to who, depending on where you get your info from. RSW, I've had homemade sriracha sauce that burned my ears once. Listen, you can burn really, really hot stuff. I love spicy though. Well, find your right level of spicy, What happened to College Boy? Dan wants to know. College Boy is kind of living his life, doing his thing. I've reached out to him several times in the last couple of years, and the last time was the last time. He's not reaching back, and I don't chase anybody anymore. Not my get down. I'm 10 miles behind. All right, so I started a whole bunch of comments. Or questions. Let me get to them real quick. One season 2 of Super Hot. There won't be one, Jaden Tabor. If there is one, I won't be a part of it. I had my fill with it. It was fun. It was a good ride. It was neat to do, but I'm done. Now I have I have a bunch of side projects I'm working on right now. So you're certainly going to see more stuff from me, just not that. Gamer Jackie, Tommy said something on After the Bars today about you and Steve-O from Jackass. What's the story? Did you burn him? He burned me. Steve-O has a sauce. His buttholder story. He has 2 different sauces. One of them on the Gordon Ramsay show, he chugged the bottle and then poured the rest of it in his eye. Well, I was trying to get his attention back then. Maybe to do a collab with him or something. We have a lot in common. We both own hot sauce companies. We both do stupid things. We're both, sober. There's a bunch of similarities. So I watched him do that. So I bottled a bottle of his sauce, and I came to I was at the office in North Carolina, and I chugged the sauce. And before I was doing it live, I didn't do it live, but I was already started the recording. I didn't want to stop it. I'm reading it, and I read the ingredients, and I thought, I realized I bought the hotter version. It was too late. Light was red, and I'm that guy. So I chugged it. At the end of it, I poured it in my face, and it was horrible. Anyway, he knows who I am now. There's a funny video of him talking about me, which was pretty interesting. I have a clip of that. But Mike says, I had that Satan spray from a friend and said it was nasty. Have you had it? I've not. I've had several types of things like that, but I've never had that one. I'd like to try it. Have I tried the Scorpion Tabasco? I have. It's great. I love listen, you know what? It's exactly the way a Scorpion sauce from Tabasco should taste in my mind. They didn't disappoint me. I liked it. You know what I mean? If they were going to take on, the Scorpion, how would it taste? They nailed it in my head. I'm going to be, now I'm eating habaneros like candy, several every day. Would a ghost pepper be too much of a jump? Absolutely not. Nope, not a bit. Because if you can eat several habaneros a day, you have a higher tolerance than somebody who can eat one a day. So that person that's just eating one a day, for them to jump to a ghost, it's a bigger jump than you, who's eating several habaneros a day. If you ate a lot, don't think your tolerance is just at habanero. If you're eating multiples, your tolerance is higher than that. Just because that's the pepper that's getting you there, you still have a higher tolerance, if that makes any sense. And so what I would do is this. When you get a ghost pepper, because they're very, very hot, and I would eat it, I'd cut it in half. Like the pepper is elongated this way, cut it in half this way. So you're getting half the pepper, or even in quarters, and eat it that way. That way you're getting an idea of the flavor. You're getting an idea of the heat without jumping in for the full commitment. Because I'll tell you something about a ghost pepper. It's a rough pepper. Hello, Heather Rhodes. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. It's a hot one. You know what I mean? It has a weird burn. It burns like really, it's got a slow climb. And once it gets there, it's there for a while. I lost you where you said how you wrote it out, Uncle Bull Cow, but maybe call me later. I'm glad you're doing better, bro. And there, Dylan, you're late. Right on the chalkboard, bro. 2 drops of extra hot tincture. Good to see you, Dylan. I hope you're doing well, man. Here's the pepperology playlist. It's in there somewhere. If you go check that out, you'll find the health benefits. Honest to God, it's not going to give you ulcers. It'll diagnose one real quick, but won't give you ulcers. Excited for the book. I promise you I'm going to release it. I have people mad at me. I've gotten a few emails. I probably should read some of those emails. I got people mad at me saying I should shut up about it and not talk about it anymore. It's a decent book. It's not, it's gritty and horrible, but I did write it, and it's done. There's, a few people in this chat right now who've read it. So I'm not lying about it. And we are going to release it, and you are going to like it. I promise. Or you'll hate it. It's gritty, and it's the truth. It's going to, it is what it is. You'll see it soon, hopefully. Brian says, how's Big Al? Big. He's a good guy. I talked to him. He was in a chat. He popped into one of my chats, one of my live streams a while back. I couldn't believe it. He's doing good. He's a wonderful guy. He's got his own business now. He's an over-the-road truck driver, owner-operator, has his own truck. So he's a beast. I love pain. Man, I do too. I'm sorry. It is what it is. The first 3 or 4 years of the channel, I didn't really say it. I'm not saying I like pain, but I'm not saying I don't like it. I used to say stuff like that, and finally it was just like, okay, look, here it is. I like pain. It is, I don't like heartache, toothache, backache, headaches. None of that. But just about any other pain, I can find something pleasurable in it. I know it sounds weird. Tracy, do me a favor. Tell Michelle hello. And again, thank you so much for hanging with us. Tracy's wife is awesome. Dude got lucky. He's punching 2 or 3 weight classes above his weight. I'm just saying. I'm teasing you. I love you, Tracy. Am I a fan of the pepperoncini, like the typical that comes with a pizza box? Delicious. The first pepper I ever ate that got me onto this journey a long time ago was a pepperoncini from my dad. So you betcha. I love it. Still a fan. Always will be. In fact, where is it? I've had a couple of companies that made tribute sauces for my dad after my dad died based on the pepperoncini, because that's what started it all. I'm a huge fan. Tribble says, or asks, should I continue working on my tolerance with sriracha for now, or try something else? I like the taste of sriracha. I'd like to do 1 tablespoon, or is that teaspoons? 1 for the next 1 hot minute. That's double from last time. You know what? That's good. You do what's comfortable. If you're doing it right. If you do it slowly, you can slowly build your tolerance to a very high tolerance and never really hurt yourself. Or you can do the fast track, like College Boy did. You're doing the smart way of doing things, Lisa. That's how I would do it. But I wouldn't necessarily stay on sriracha, but you really like it. You like sriracha. I have some sauce I can send you that I'm going to send you. But so you can. There's so much out there. There's a million sauces. I've reviewed thousands of them. Chili Chaplin, good to see you. Since I started the channel, so there's something that you're gonna love. You know what I mean? So I think, I'd keep eating it, but try some other stuff. Look at that. We're asking his dad to try one of those peppers. What started? It's true. I'm like, let me have one. Let me have one. No. He said no. I said, please, 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 one of those things. Finally, he said, okay, I'll do it. Here we go. Capsaicin Health. There it is. Silver Surfer. Man, you are the man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Have I tried Halloween Hell? I have been dumping on everything. It's a great bottle of sauce. Every Halloween they do that, and it's wonderful. Listen, honest to God, it really is one of my favorite companies. When I tell you that, I mean it. I've been a huge fan of them forever, since the beginning. In fact, the very first season 1 of this, we're in season 9 right now. Season 1, we were raving about it. It's great stuff. Dale Cox, good to see you. Johnny, got a gusher warthog in front of me. Good news, my tincture and some of my seeds made it through the fire. Man, I'm glad to hear that. Man, when things are going south, any good news is good news. You know what I mean? You like my beard braid. Thank you. You know what? The first three years of the channel, if you ever saw it, like I used to just twist it up. I had to braid it. Just twist it up and put rubber bands, like 3 rubber bands. And that was it. And then if you ever saw it, like early on, every once in a while, you'd see me with a braided goatee, and I was with a woman. I was with a girl somewhere. Like I had a festival or something, and she would do it for me. Then finally, I was like, man, I need to learn how. And now I can do it in the dark. The Viking look. Thank you. Kind of a Viking at heart. Silver Surfer says, sometimes when you reach for the stars, you actually catch one. I'm blessed. Boy, what a nice thing to say too. You are blessed. She has one of those smiles that just pretty cool. She was fun. She was fun to have on. She's a chilihead too. That's crazy. See, Trimble's not messing around with any teaspoon and tablespoon. That's big. So you can do a tablespoon. Yeah, that's a lot. Sriracha is great. You know what I mean? But there's so many other good sauces out there. It's fun to find out what you like. You know what I mean? It really is. Or the Johnny's victims method. No, stop it, Tad. See, I know that Kit wouldn't say that. For tolerance building. Every time I'm with Tad, his tolerance jumps 5 notches in the first 10 minutes I'm there practically. Very hard question, mate. Let me read this. Do you and Bree still chat? Nope. I've not seen her on live streams. No, we don't. I know. I messaged her. No. I think I messaged her a couple of times. I hope you're well. So that's it. Not a hard question. Michelle is sitting right there. Michelle is awesome. This kitty's so sweet. Let me show you my cat in the basket. Most people here probably have seen her. She always hangs her face over the edge when I hold her up. Tell me she's not the cutest thing you ever saw. A gorgeous little kitty. It's Katy Perry. It's crazy, too, because I named her Katy Perry before I realized how much she purrs. It's obscene. It's like, oh, she's so sweet. Tapatio is amazing, RSW. It's good stuff. That's another one of the sauces that gets, you know what happens? People become chili heads. They start, you know how it is. Everything at first is Tabasco or something they find in stores. Then they'll become a chili head. They'll get a hold of some small craft hot sauce. And then all of a sudden they become sauce snobs. Where they're like, oh, that's garbage. You can get it. Listen, don't be like that. There's some great sauce. You can buy great sauce in stores. You know, El Yucatecos, a great sauce you can get in stores. Oh, his face is so adorable. Dale Cox says, Johnny, I want to know if I could send some tincture and put some 16 million caps in and send it back. Oh, and I can put some in it. I don't have any, Dale. I don't have any capsaicin crystals on hand. If you wait, I'll tell you what. If you wait until I go to Fort Mill, look at her face. If you wait until I go to Fort Mill, you can do that. I'll let you know when I get my tickets. When I decide when I'm going to head that way, I can let you know. I might be able to do that for you. Lisa Trimble's a little bit nervous about trying something new, but she's willing to. Listen, I would never steer you wrong. You know, find out what you like. Do you like fruity stuff? Do you like vinegar based? Do you like barbecue stuff? Cutie. There's so much out there, though. Look at that. Johnny can hit out some good pepper PTSD. There's a lot of people saying I'll never eat peppers with Johnny again. Louis Nightmare, you gotta be kidding me. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Not a cat person. It's a really cute cat. She's a great animal. Pam, hi. How are you? Good to see you. Look at that. They've got them. Those 16 million Scoville tinctures, crystals. Randy in LA. Good to see you. All right. So, been horrifically tired lately. You know why? I'm on day 12 of her. I mean, she's wonderful, but it's really funny. The first 2 nights, she was super polite at night because she'd wake up. She was awake, but she didn't know the room well. She didn't know the room we were in. I kept her separated from the other cat. So she didn't know the room we were in, and the house was new, so she just kind of parked it and sat still. Didn't make any noise. So the first 2 nights, I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. Not so much, but super fun. Look at this. See that? Willie Nelson said he'd never eat peppers with Johnny again. RSW, you saw the video, right? Have you seen the video? Please tell me you've seen the video. There's a video of where we did a parody of that. I didn't do it. Chris Higbee did. He's a performer, singer, amazing singer, and he did we did a parody of that. It was written by Tad. It's hilarious. In fact, here it is if you want to see it. I played it on here before, and it's like 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and I don't want to do that again because most of you have seen it. Is she still nocturnal? Yeah. She is. I'm trying. Here's the thing. You aren't going to switch her. Arwa says she's a UK kitty. Her mom, this cat's mom is from the UK. Her dad's from here, but her mom is a UK giant Maine Coon, is supposedly what they call them over there. And so Arwa says she's just not on the time zone yet. She hasn't adjusted. She's still on UK time. When does pod season start for me? Soon, hopefully. It depends. There's usually some people like in Florida that have pods throughout the year and can sort of hook me up now and then. And I have feelers out with a few growers right now that may have pods, so I'm working on it. What precautions do you take to protect kitties from hot pepper stuff? Fingers, face. First, I wash my hands every time I touch anything hot. I don't leave hot stuff accessible. You can get out. Peppers are never left out. And the cats have never been burned. Not only that, they do not like the smell of hot stuff. So anything that's hot, they stay away from. Like when I've eaten something hot, I go near the cat. They're like, your breath, I'm all set. So they stay away. Feisty kitty. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Jaden asks, where can she get Tink and how much are they? Great question, Jaden. You get Tink from, there's plenty of places you can get it. If you're a brand new chili head, I would suggest trying some from Lilac Lime. Good to see you. I would try Jay's Small Batch Hot Sauce in California. They have some that they've made for brand new chili heads. They're not that hot. Honest to God, they're not. And I know when I say that, everybody goes, yeah, whatever. They really are not that hot. They're designed for brand new, people just starting out, and they're made for drinks. Like one of them is spectacular to put in iced tea. All right. So check them out. He's very, very good. They're not that expensive. This stuff here, here's some tincture. This is made from 7-Pot Primo. This is probably $1.5 million. Jason P., good to see you. Not $1.5 million Scoville. This is tincture also. This is what I did at the beginning of this video. And this is about 10 or 11. He's not quite sure. Tom Broom's the only guy where if it's not accurate, it's always hotter than he told you. Everybody else, if it's, if they tell you it's hot, whatever, they'll give you a number. And if it's not, I promise you, it's not as high as they're claiming. Tom is always south of the real number. So it's probably closer to 11. The nurse who loved me said, I've been trying to grow chilies this summer, but it's been brutal with the heat here. The plants have suffered a bit. Hopefully, you'll see some purple chilies and reapers growing. Yeah, the funny thing is, heat. Somebody asked a question, and I should have answered it. They asked about the pods at the end of the season versus pods in the middle of the season. Heat is good for pods. When it's hot out, pods are going to be hotter. It's going to just be hotter. It's just that simple. But when at the end of the season, they're not quite as hot, but it's harder to grow. They don't like growing. It's when you're stressing the plants out with heat. Lego says, by the way, I got invited to join Tom Broom's Capsaicin crew. I wonder if it comes with a 401k. Excuse me. Ask me if it comes with an insurance plan is what you need to be asking. That's what I'd be asking. What kind of health plan does that have? What's the copay? That's what you got to ask. All right. So I'm doing the best I can to deal with the fatigue, but I really got the fatigue going on. Wednesday, we got Wednesday, right? 1 hot minute. You betcha. Wednesday, we'll be doing a 1 hot minute. So please, I'm telling you now, it's Monday. Let's get something spicy. You don't want to be going, I can't join you. Even if it's black pepper, the word Pepper is in it. It counts. We just want you to join it. Listen, the last time we did, we had a bunch of people doing it. At the end of it, Left Eye Pat says, wasn't it really cool? I don't know about anybody else, but I feel better after doing that. And I said, does anybody else feel better? Everybody said yes. It's because it's silly, it's stupid. It's like a jackass stunt that you get to be a part of. And above all, it's connection, right? And that's the reason. So please get something spicy and let's all do it here on Wednesday. Thursday, we have Smokin' Blunt hot sauce. Jay Blunt from Smokin' Blunt. So please join me. I like the guy a lot. He's got great. I follow him on Instagram. He's very cool. He makes great hot sauces. So that's for Thursday. Then Friday, Bus Pass only live stream. So for those of you that have a Bus Pass, outstanding. If you've never been on a Bus Pass only live stream, it's like missing a 1 hot minute. You don't know what you're missing. So for those of you that have a Bus Pass, please. Please check that out. I did not see that. Chili Chaplin. Fowler says Broom should sell life insurance policies with his pods, right? AKA Amaji. You know what? If I had pods right now, man, I'd be eating them. Promise you. Ate something piping hot at the beginning of this video. A couple of drops of I don't know. Is Broom still in the chat? He said it was, it started off as 10 million. He made it, he had to make it. It's hotter than 10 million. He told me, but he's not quite sure. Now, see, everybody's like, they don't trust me. Broom is the one you got not to trust. If he says, well, it's hotter than 10, but I'm not quite sure, that's somebody you got to be worried when that happens. Seriously, I'm not the one who's, he's not punking anybody, but if he says that to you, proceed with caution. Mo Love, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I should have my peppers from Linda's Fiery Treats. Great grower. I'll look at that. Arwa, you are a doll. Thank you so much. Now, listen, Arwa has just gifted 5 Chase the Heat memberships. That means 5 of you can join us Friday. Please do it. It's going to be fun. They are a lot of fun. Thank you so much for doing that, Arwa. You are a doll. I'm looking forward to seeing your paintings. Never been able to do that. Thank you, Jeremy Fowler. There is Smokin' Blunt hot sauce. It's great company. And Jay's a good dude, so check him out. If you haven't, checked him out. Look at that. I got a few primatalis in the freezer. You guys want to hear a secret? In Fort Mill, I've got a freezer full of sick, amazing super hots that I just couldn't eat the last time I was there. I bet I have 40 peppers. And I mean crazy crosses, really weird ones, primatalis, some very funky peppers. And they're frozen. And I was like, I'm not going to throw them out. So I'm going to do some frozen challenges when I get there. Mo Love. Johnny, I've wanted to tell you thank you for a while now, but I never knew when it would be the best time. I don't want to interrupt your broadcast, but thank you for being there that day for the live. My pleasure. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. So, my pleasure. It was nothing. A bunch of people that care. That's all. We care. Something else I want to say. I can't think of anything else. Here we go. Bandy says, did you add pepper flake to the Japanese barbecue sauce yet? No, I didn't. You know what? I was going to, but I haven't. Listen, you know what? It's been very disjointed since we got this kitty cat. I mean, she really is the sweetest kitty, but she's a handful. She is a wicked handful. But you can't get mad at her. She's beautiful. She's just adorable and cute. She slept like in my bed last night, which was really cool. She is sort of like just in the last 48 hours. Like I don't know if you saw the video I did. I put one yesterday, or I think, or today. Maybe it was this morning. It was today at noon, I think. Last night she figured out the headbutt thing. Angie Mo, Lisa White. Look, everybody's here. Thank you guys for being here. She's, the cats will like headbutt you and rub their head on you. She never did that. She did it last night, and she's like headbutting me, and she was just being super cute. So she figured out in the last day or two that when I pet her, it feels good. She'd do one of these numbers. You pet her back, and she'd like move away from your hand. Now she's like, oh, that's good. There you go, a little to the right. So she's sort of figured that out. She's changed every day. She's like becoming more comfortable. But here's the thing, like I'm telling you, Squirrel's going to smack her around one of these days. At night, Squirrel's really laid back. They've hung out all day together. They lay on the floor. They're like last night, they were sleeping in the same chair together. In the morning, she's full of energy, and she's all like, she's had an espresso, you know what I mean? And then you have Squirrel, who's coming out, and she hasn't had her coffee yet, and she's too excited for Squirrel. In the morning, she's like, hey, she this morning she walked up to Squirrel. Squirrel just snarled at her. It was like, hey, not in the mood. Later, you youngster. So we're gonna have some funny, there's gonna be some funny exchanges with the two of them. But I'm a cat whisperer. I am too. I always had a thing with cats. I understand them. It's weird. I've seen, I've looked into the eyes of a lot of cats. I've never seen eyes like the eyes on her before. They're really weird. She's a very sweet kitty, Arwa. Ninja says I'm more of a cat person myself. They really do just what they want, and you have to learn to live with them. Here's the thing. I let them do whatever they want. If they want to jump on the counter, they can. We just live together. It's her house like it's my house. You know what I mean? And she has so far, she's going to change a lot because she's a kitten. She's 14 and a half weeks old almost. So she's going to change a lot, her personality. But as of right now, it's just sweet and gentle, and, she's fun. She's just a little too excited in the morning, Yeah, I don't think Squirrel's a morning kitty. It isn't just that. She's just way too chipper in the morning. You know what I mean? She's way too chipper, and she's just like, man, I'm not in the mood for it. And the truth is, I was talking to Tommy, Squirrel's been kind of in a mood all day long. She's been kind of nasty. She's kind of cranky. She's 4 going on like 11. She is. She's like the oldest young cat I've ever seen. But she's very sweet, and honestly, she's a gorgeous cat. To me, if you hold she rides around on my shoulder a lot, and we're outside, and when the sun hits her, like the eyes and the way the sun plays on her fur, she is a stunner. She is. To me, she's a really, really, really pretty cat. Now, she's probably not watching, so this won't hurt her too much. But she's not even close to Katy Perry. Katy Perry's a star. The Tortitude runs strong. Yeah, for real, bro. Is it like no joke? Archie and Irma are a handful as well. Irma misses you, traitor. They have the greatest dogs, Irma and Archie. You guys ever see Seinfeld? You ever watch Seinfeld where Elaine would say, "You're kidding," and slap Jerry and knock Jerry across the room, or slap Kramer? You guys know that's, if you don't know Seinfeld, what is he talking about? That's Archie. I swear to you, when you come in this house, he runs at you and throws his feet up, but he's not a little dog, man. and jumps on you. If you aren't the first time, I know Tad didn't, we'll let Scoville take one in the jewels the first time. We'll get a laugh out of it. Now the second you throw the knee over, but he is hilarious. And Irma's special. I love her. Irma once almost talked to me. We were hanging out one night. We were outside. We were coming in, and she looked at me. I'm like, what? She was that far from talking. I know she can. AG, I only had one cat for a short period of time. He was a legit a-hole. I've been a dog mom for my entire adult life. Thinking about fostering kitties to dip my toes in. I'd love to have a sweet cat. Here's the thing. You earn a relationship with a cat. You know what I mean? But when you get it, it's very, very rewarding, But you also, within 5 minutes, a dog's pretty much going to dig you. Joe Mama, good to see you. Bella Lagrisi, good to see you. You know what I mean? But cats, they're unique. They're interesting creatures. Just Joan, I love how you are with Katy Perry. Can't imagine how you must have been with your kids when they were babies. I loved being a dad. I loved, you know what? Noah, good to see you. What I loved was the terrible twos that everybody else seemed to hate. I never understood that. That was like, without a doubt, my favorite time in their life as far as development. Oh my God, it was just like, it was spectacular. Like, what was fun about that was like every morning when they would wake up, it was like, it wasn't something they were consciously thinking, but they'd wake up. It's like, okay, there's a line that I'm not allowed to cross in everything. I need to find out where that line is today. That's what my kids seem to do every morning when they were 2. It's like they wake up. What can I do? What can I get into? And letting them go to the line. And every once in a while, crossing a little bit because they gotta cross the line once in a while. How are you gonna know? But not letting them cross too much. That to me was so much fun. It really was. The things that they would say, it was just magic. Oh, Green Man, what did the cat say to her Chiliad owner who follows her while he's hunting? I don't know. Let me skip ahead. See what Green. I don't know. He's making me wait. Great question. Joe Mama has a 12-year-old adopted kidney disease baby. That is the sweetest guy ever. Yeah, they change your life. Squirrel Nut Zipper is beautiful, but Katy Perry is gorgeous. Katy Perry is just, you know what she is? She's just the most photogenic cat I've ever seen in my life. I'm biased. I love her. It's true. Quick cramp in my style. Nice. You know what? I like that, Green Man. I'm going to tell it to Squirrel tomorrow. So I can't start telling Katy Perry jokes because that's a squirrel thing. I'm convinced the Squirrel Nut's going to pull a Brian Griffin to be on 2 legs making a cup of coffee, right? That's hilarious. I named they named Squirrel came with that name, but I'm the one who named Katy Perry. I thought that was a cute name. Katy Perry. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. And those paws are so freakishly big. It's crazy to watch. I can't wait to see what she's like when she's fully grown. I just want her to stay as soft as she is now because her, I almost said pelt. That's the wrong word. Her coat is so soft. I'm sorry about that. Her coat is so soft. It's like, honest to God, it's the softest thing I've ever felt. If it stays like that when she's this big, you got to be kidding me. You're crawling to bed with me anytime. Just snuggle with that thing. You got to be joking. She's really a sweetheart. All you got to do is touch her and she starts purring and does this with her paws. She does that and it looks like she's wearing a catcher's mitt. Mark Burris, good to see you, dude. Make a nice neck warmer. Listen, or a throw rug. No, she's wonderful. You know what? She'd love you and you would love her. I don't care if you're a dog guy. 5 minutes, you'd be like, oh, wow. She's a great, here's the thing about them. They're cats that sort of act like dogs. They like water and they follow you around. I forgot to tell you about this. We're doing the fetch thing. We can play fetch now. She doesn't quite drop it like right at me, but we're close. But if I toss something, she's bringing it back. So we're close. I mean, I think she likes learning. So I think what I'm going to do, this is terrible because I have this great cat box. It's amazing. I think I'm going to teach her to use the toilet. I'm not sure. Lisa, I found a YouTube video one of my sons made with a Great Dane on the trampoline in the snow. Ah, his sweet little voice pricked my heart. You know what? He's 29 now. Wow. I've seen videos of animals on trampolines. It's the funniest thing in the world. I don't know if you guys saw this. There's one of a video of a fox. And it's summertime. It's a beautiful day. It looks like a gorgeous day. And this fox ends up on this trampoline. And it's hilarious. Just having fun, just playing, you know? You know, it's a funny animal to watch. You guys ever seen any videos on pandas? They hang in the trees a lot, right? Like if there's any animal that probably shouldn't be climbing trees, it's a panda. There are videos of pandas falling. Ghost Rider, good to see you. All you got to do is type in panda falling out of trees compilation, and you'll have several videos to choose from. It's not like there's one. They're chunkers, and they use cartoon logic. I think they can't judge the branch. I mean, some of you look at it and going, what are they thinking? He's on a branch this big, and the thing weighs like 200 pounds. Really funny to watch. That's a great animal. Chili Phil has a sister with a cat that plays fetch. I had one that did that. It was really, really cool. His name was Zeke. Pretty cool animal. Mark Burris, I used to own a 200-pound Burmese python. She was great air conditioner in the summer. Right? For sure. I used to breed boas. Never did the python thing. I came that close to doing ball pythons, but I made a bad decision. Trees, ways the pan is not a good. Exactly, Joe Mama. I made a bad business decision. I should have gone with pythons, ball pythons. They retain their value so much better. I bought boas, spent a ton of money on them, and I bought albinos when they were like unheard of. And they were $7,500 a piece. By the time I had offspring to sell, the price had dropped to $5,000. You know what I mean? And now they're relatively cheap. Whereas ball pythons, because they lay eggs, they only lay 3 or 4 eggs per clutch. Keeps the numbers down. The demand's high. Big boa is going to give birth. I think the record is like 120. You know, they give birth live. So I just made a bad call. Simple as that. Bad business call. Lived and learned. I learned from it. Albino snakes are beautiful. Nurse who loved me. Yeah, you know what? I did. There's a video of a couple who adopted a baby beaver. Goes around the house building little dams with stuffed animals. Doesn't even know why it's doing what it's doing. Isn't that adorable? Who's I talking to? When I started this channel, I was married. I had a Australian cattle dog. I got puppy closed. I was at the office working, and some people would drive by. Hey, we have a puppy. Can we drop by and show you? I said, you can't bring it in. And they brought it in. I thought it was their puppy. I said, get you and your puppy out of here. They're like, oh, it's not ours. We're trying to find a home for it. It was all over, but the crying. This thing was so cute. It was this big. It looked like a stuffed animal. It was the cutest thing I ever saw. So I'm going home with the puppy, and I never should have had the puppy, but he was a great animal. And man, boss, what an adorable creature he was. All he did was want to learn how to play new games and learn new tricks. But when he was this big, my ex-wife's daughter had 2 children. They were 2 and 3, and they came over for a cookout for the weekend. And they're in the backyard running around, and he was, honest to God, he was so little. He didn't even look. He looked like I don't know what happened in the picture. I used to have a picture of him that looked just like a stuffed animal, but he was hurting these kids. He was a cow dog. He was. I swear he was. He was like when one would go this way, he would go on that side and just nip at their heels. Funniest thing you ever saw. And I was like, look at that little thing, like working. It was adorable. Let me see here. Adult Burmese lays up to 80 eggs at one time. Yeah, the Burmese do lay a lot of eggs, and retics do, you know. But, you know, here's the problem with them. You know how many people have bought a Burmese or a retic? because they're this big and they grow like Maine Coon cats. They grow fast. And before you know it, they got an animal that's a problem. You know what I mean? And then, that's a problem. So, and it happens with bows. And then, what I mean? You had a nickel for every time a zoo gets called with somebody who says, you want my, they don't want your, you know what I mean? I get it. Listen, let me tell you, when I started, Mark, listen to this, dude. When I started, I had an albino male, 2 albino females, a striped boa, an anathoristic boa, a hypomelanistic boa, and 1 regular one. I don't know how I scored the regular one, but I had an absolute regular garden variety boa. And my wife, at the time, loved that one, ironically enough. But fast forward like 5 years, and I think I had 60 or 70 or 80 snakes. When it was time for babies to be born, like I had so many snakes, it was obscene, and it was a drag. You know what? It's so much more work than I thought it was before I got into it, and I got bit a lot. You never get used to getting bit by a snake. You won't. Dee Marie, good to see you. Every single time you get bit by a snake, it's traumatic and frightening, and it's a drag. You know what I mean? And, she's having a dream right now. She's dreaming. You should see it. Her little whiskers are twitching. Ridiculously cute. Okay, you know what? It's just about the top of the hour, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. Anybody have a last question? Let me see if there's anything I didn't get to. Hope I got it to everybody. Arwa, thank you so much for the memberships. You are a sweetheart. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great night, right? Let me tell you one more time what's going on. Wednesday, 1 hot minute. Thursday, smoking blunt hot sauce. Friday, bus pass only live stream in the Oh, guess what? Hang on a minute. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to give away 10 memberships right now. How does that sound? That's what I'm going to do. Everybody, hang on. I don't know who's going to get them, but I'm giving away 10 bus pass memberships right now. Who's psyched? Now, I want everybody to know I can't determine who gets them, okay? All I can do is say I'm giving away 10 of them. So please, if I could determine who gets them, I would be very, very excited, but I don't have that ability. All I can do is give those things away. Where are they? There it is there. And gifting. And actually, no, I'm going to give 5 away now, okay? 5 away now and 5. No, you know what? I'm going to give all 10 away right now. There's 5. And here comes 5 more. Now, since I'm giving you those, you got to do me a favor. You got to come Friday. Okay, let's see who got them. Let me see who got these things. Okay, Jellyfish got one. Emma Stepney got one. Holly Grace got one. Piano Mom. No way. How cool, Piano Mom. Joyce Kirby got one. And then Airborne got one. KW. Joe Rosato. Iron Sword got one. Elizabeth Beth Skaggs got one. And I think that's all 10. That is. Now, I'm only allowed to do that. You know what's crazy? I'm like, shouldn't they let me give away as many as I want? Right? My channel. It's not like I'm making somebody else do the work. But 10 it is. So I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll be back tomorrow. All right? Between now and then, be kind to somebody. Tell someone you love them. Please subscribe. Oh, and don't forget, some big, big news coming later in the week. You just wait. Oh, let me show you the cat in the basket before we leave. You guys ready for this? I'll turn this down a little bit so you can get a little bit better view of the absurd cuteness that is my Maine Coon kitty. Look at that little flopping her foot over. I'm sorry, honey. Look at that. You gotta be kidding me. That is the prettiest Maine Coon cat on the face of the earth in a basket. He loves me. All right, you guys. You're awesome. Love you all. See you guys tomorrow, all right? I'm Johnny Scoville. And this was Chase the Heat. Hey, Andy, what are you doing? I'm done now. Sleep.